Could you already be marked for damnation and not even know it? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic so urgent, so terrifying, that ignoring it could cost you everything: your freedom, your soul, and perhaps even your eternal salvation. So what exactly is this ominous mark of the beast? According to the book of Revelation in the Bible, it's a sign or symbol that will be received by those who follow the Antichrist. Scary, right? But why should you care? Because the choices you make today could determine whether you end up branded by this horrific mark tomorrow. You think your new implanted microchip is just a convenient way to open doors or pay for things? Think again. Governments and corporations are becoming increasingly interested in tracking every aspect of your life. And what about digital IDs? They claim it's all for better security, but could it be a gateway to something more sinister? Now, imagine your face being your mark. Facial recognition technology is already here, and it could be the precursor to something far more diabolical. Consider your smartphones and wearable devices. They track your steps, monitor your heart rate, and even predict your mood. Sounds cool, right? But what if I told you that these gadgets could be designed to do more than just monitor your physical health? What if they are the first step toward tracking your emotional, psychological, and even spiritual state? Your likes on social media, the sites you visit, the content you watch, all collecting data to create a profile that could be used to influence or control you. How about DNA databases? It sounds like science fiction, but companies are now offering services to map out your entire genetic code. They claim it's for understanding your ancestry or potential health risks. But what happens when this deeply personal information falls into the wrong hands? Could your very DNA become your mark, a unique identifier that's literally built into your cells, your body, your being? Imagine a world where this genetic information is used to separate those who comply from those who don't. And don't forget about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. These digital innovations are hailed as decentralized systems that give power back to the people. But could they instead be used to control commerce entirely, making the buying and selling of goods conditional on whether or not you possess a certain mark? Imagine a world where your financial freedom is completely restricted unless you comply with a system that knows every detail about you. Ever thought about how you're already being conditioned to accept the mark? With every convenient digital transaction, are you losing a piece of your soul? How about social credit systems that rank you based on behavior? Sounds like something out of a dystopian novel, but it's already happening in some countries. Are you going to let your fear of missing out, or FOMO, manipulate you into becoming a pawn of the beast? What about your digital footprints? They know where you shop, what you eat, and even where you've been. You're practically volunteering this information through your GPS and location sharing settings. What if this leads to a future where the mark isn't just something you willingly take, but something you've already taken unknowingly? You think you're just sharing your location with friends, but are you also signaling your compliance to a malevolent force? And let's talk about voice-activated technologies. They make our lives easier, right? But consider the implications. They're always listening, always. Even when you're not talking to them, they're recording snippets of your life. Is this just the precursor to an omnipresent surveillance system? An all-seeing eye, if you will? A system where disobedience or divergence from accepted norms results in penalties, social exclusion, or worse. Then there's the issue of augmented reality. It's fascinating and terrifying all at once. Today, it's all about adding a layer of digital interaction to the world. But what if tomorrow it's about subtracting elements, hiding things from you, or altering your perception to make you believe things that aren't real? Could augmented reality be used to normalize the sinister, to make you blind to the horrors happening right under your nose? Let's get this straight. Once you accept the mark, there's no turning back. You are essentially pledging allegiance to an entity that seeks nothing but your utter ruin. This is not just about being tracked. This is about your soul being owned forever. Do you really want to become someone's eternal property? The Bible is crystal clear on this. Accepting the mark leads to eternal damnation. Think it's just a symbolic mark or a harmless biochip? Imagine a future where refusing the mark leaves you socially ostracized, unable to buy or sell, unable to access essential services. This isn't science fiction. This is biblical prophecy. Are you going to risk eternal torment for temporal comfort? Are you going to prioritize your worldly status over your everlasting soul? You might tell yourself you're too strong to fall for it, that you'll recognize the mark when you see it. But what if you've already compromised your integrity in small ways, gradually weakening your spiritual defenses? The allure of the mark won't come as an obvious evil, but cloaked in the guise of necessity, social inclusion, even love. It's the ultimate wolf in sheep's clothing. Are you so certain you won't be seduced? And let's not forget the societal pressures. Imagine being labeled a radical or an outcast for refusing the mark. Your family, your friends, even your church might urge you to comply for the greater good. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and the mark might just be the most well-intentioned damnation humanity has ever faced. Will you have the courage to stand alone? But it's not too late. What can you do? First, stay informed. Ignorance is not bliss. It's a one-way ticket to hell. Be skeptical. Question what you're told, what you're sold, and even what you're inserting into your body. Connect with a community that's aware and vigilant. Your faith, combined with knowledge, can be your greatest weapon against this impending doom. Secondly, fortify your spiritual defenses. The Bible is not just a book, it's your survival guide. Prayer isn't just a ritual, it's your lifeline to a power greater than this world. Now is not the time for lukewarm faith. Develop a personal relationship with God. Immerse yourself in Scripture and meditate on it daily. As the world descends further into chaos, your spirituality can be your sanctuary, a source of eternal hope in the midst of temporal despair. Lastly, spread the word. You're not the only one at risk here. Your loved ones, your neighbors, anyone who is uninformed could be susceptible. Share credible information, have honest conversations, and let people know what's at stake. Remember, silence in the face of evil is itself evil. Being a passive spectator is not an option. The spiritual battlefield is real, and you're either in the fight or you're collateral damage. You've been warned, my friends. This is not a drill, it's a spiritual emergency. Share this video, spread the word, and let's fight this darkness together. And if you think this is shocking, just wait until our next video, where we reveal dark secrets that are bound to give you sleepless nights. Until then, be safe, be vigilant, and may you be protected against the mark of the beast.